okay? That's criminal summoning. It's currently 6:28 p.m. and that is the intersection of Myrtle and Huntington. And the entity is ceaselessly engaging, that is continuously engaging in what is the methods of audible activity, light activity, and relevant positioning. That is the state directly engaging in the system of federal group stalking and monitoring in concert, in sync with the people of the state. They are of the identical condition. These are, to put it explicitly, demons who are driving fire trucks, ambulances, and police vehicles, and they're group stalking. And they're doing so in vehicles that are identified as methods of the state's conduct. Okay, this is the entity that's doing so in relevant position. And so I also am going to, so that volume of that, I'm inside of the hotel room on the 4th floor. And so I'm going to also go ahead and let's just look at the specific environment. Okay, 1 second. They're all driving in engineer light. Fake sun. You can see the shadow of these trees. The light source is right here. There's no sun that is in alignment with my bedroom window at Alvarado Gardens. Okay. And you also know that it is currently, by the way, let me see the time. It's 6:29 p.m. as I was outside capturing group stalking by this entity at 6 p.m. I believe that was July 22nd, 2024. That was days ago. The fake sun is captured over the same parking lot. This is the same parking lot. Well, this is the sidewalk, but the parking lot is right along this side of the sidewalk, right here behind the building. And the entity is group stalking under a fake sun. They're driving in engineer light. These are demons who are pacing. And the entity is acting directly, pacing right along with the demons who are the people of the state. That is the state engaging in what is massive criminal facilitation. It is documentation of criminal presence. Avalon Bay, a third-party group stalking venue where the people of the state live in relevant position. That is Alvarado Gardens. Okay, which you already know what the people of the state are doing, living in relevant position. Okay, the entity engaging in criminal monitoring at any and every third-party facilitating venue, and this is criminal presence in the specific environment. This is how the state of California engages in surveillance, and it's demonic activity. The demons that are engaging in this conduct are doing so while the sound of their vehicles are amplified in volume. That's also heard in the bathroom. Engineered light is moving across the curbs. These are indeed demons. Okay, but you already know that the pattern of conduct that you see at the DMV is underway here at Myrtle and Huntington. The pattern of conduct that you see at the Social Security building in Los Angeles, this is the same entity that's group stalking while I'm inside of a private space. The population is a sex offender. The government is a sex offender. And these demons are stalking and maintaining presence in a hotel, which I'm going to prosecute, then drain the pockets of TOWNEPLACE Suites by Marriott. While you can see the impossible light activity, that there would be any shadow of this manner. I want to be clear, the shadow is taller than the actual tree. The trajectory is speaking to the light source that is in this position. That is nowhere near the window, the bedroom window of my apartment at Alvarado Gardens. It's an impossible occurrence with regard to what is also impossible based on the maintenance of this light source while I'm inside of this building as early as 9 o'clock in the morning. That is also direct evidence of what is group stalking by a population. Look at the demons. You just look at them one by one, group stalking while I'm inside of a building. The entity is engaging in ongoing criminal act of summoning, which is evidence against this whole population. And so just for visual purposes, you will see the screenshot of what is Google Maps showing the whole intersection, many of the businesses, but it's more than that. Okay, but just giving an illustration with regard to the way that the federal government is recognizing who's engaging in this criminal system, what is headquarters for the P.O.C, the massive sexual violence that I'm subject to, while corporate invasion of privacy is underway by a demon-possessed population. Okay, this is P.O.C. It's currently, again, 6:32 p.m. That's the government engaging in holding hands of the same condition, holding hands and engaging in and helping all the criminals engage in that system together. This demon driving this ashy Acura is not different from the demons that were driving an emergency vehicle right now, group stalking. Okay, now looking at this traffic is something that it is impossible to hear while I'm wearing headphones inside of this hotel. Okay, and this glass in and of itself is something that is going to be not something that's going to pierce. The sound is going to be pierced. So you're looking at not only the light activity, letting you know what is demonic. Look at that engineered light that's across the sidewalk. You're going to review the video again. Impossible light activity, the direct evidence of what is nothing other than demons, and the demons are going to be prosecuted as the sex offenders that they are. Pay attention to the light activity when they're driving on the street. The engineered lights trailing in front of their vehicles, driving in this direction, moving across the curb and the sidewalk as they're driving in that direction. These are indeed demons, and all they're doing is group stalking me all day long, engineer light all day long, while the demons are going psychotic, listening to what I say as I say it, monitoring what I'm publishing online, listening to my commentary about all the sexually violent aspects, all the psychotic pattern of conduct that they engage in, just engaging in the criminal system. This is the obsession that is revealed through what is demonic activity. And I also want to show you what is the evidence of impossible light activity. There's no sun. That is outside of the bedroom window. That's creating the shadow of this on the wall. That is speaking to the trajectory of light that's somehow going into, coming, again, this is that horizontal light at a corner coming through the window. That's the P.O.C. There's the light source, okay? This is indeed demons who are stalking, utilizing sirens to engage in the elements of monitoring. All right, so the entity is keeping a fake sun outside of a window of this same hotel at 9 o'clock in the morning. It is currently 6:34 p.m. The evidence of what is the light source, not the sun, the evidence of what is engineered light, not sunlight. This is indeed a massive criminal act that's sexually violent as well, which an entire population will be prosecuted for. And I will be draining the pockets of what is a facilitating venue, TOWNEPLACE Suites, by Marriott. They are preparing for a massive prosecution and companies to be prosecuted for terrorism, and that's why you have the identical pattern of conduct being exposed, while the government represents every third party that's group stalking. Okay, and the people of the state are going to federal prison that work at TOWNEPLACE Suites by Marriott, and the government provides evidence against them. While you heard what was criminal facilitation, that's a threat to your life, while the government is criminally surveilling you, engaging in a conspiracy to murder and permanently kidnap you. Upon review of this evidence, you'll see engineer light on the sidewalk, you'll see engineer light across the vehicles, you'll see engineer light across the curb, you see engineer light inside of my hotel room, you see the fake sun right here. It is currently 6:35 p.m. There's no position of this light source that's seen through the bedroom window of Alvarado Gardens, apartment 1806 North Alvarado Street. There is no nothing but engineered light that's creating multiple shadows on my ceiling inside of that apartment building. The fake sun that is in alignment with that bedroom window while I remained at third-party facilitating venue Alvarado Gardens, which is why everybody at that apartment building is going to federal prison, while you're looking at the light source through this window of a hotel on the 4th floor at the intersection of Myrtle and Huntington, while that which is here for over 11 hours. Wait, let's count again just to be sure. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 10. The entity is engaging in what is the maintenance of a light source that's directly defying nature, while the window is vibrating while that demon drives by. That's called sensational activity. You're looking at the light source. That's how you know that they're demons. But just want to be clear, the window's literally vibrating while that demon crosses path. This is the environment where demons are engaging and surveilling you. And there are people who are going to federal prison for what I'm documenting right now. And none of these people of the state are getting away with anything, nor are the demons that are stalking, criminally facilitating surveillance while they're stalking in emergency vehicles. All right. And it is for the world to witness demonic activity, which is right in front of your face. It is the work of Satan. And this unnatural environment is the direct evidence of the reality of Satan and the demonic counterfeit of what is an unnatural environment. I have referred to it for purposes of prosecuting a government that's practicing federal group stalking and monitoring. It is the specific environment, not the natural environment. It is indeed P.O.C. The entity is group stalking. There's a shiny, there you can see it actually. This is an aircraft stalking in the path. This is P.O.C. That's a group stalker. There's nothing other than the P.O.C. in the specific environment. Nothing. Just want to point that out. And actually, that's the reason why it's there. Okay. Foothill Transit, they have quite a hefty prosecution awaiting them. Group stalking with many law enforcement agencies, and that's what they're doing. And that's another company to be prosecuted as a sex offender, and also as terrorists, engaging in surveillance and terrorism via directed light with multiple law enforcement agencies while they are doing so, while on the roads and highways with the population that is en route, every person, every building, while they're engaged in the provision of transportation services. They're engaged in massive facilitation, street for street, turn for turn, like you saw Omnitrans, third-party group stalker Omnitrans. That's what Foothill Transit practices, and you're going to be prosecuted for that. Okay. So anyway, it is currently 6:37 a.m. This is some compelling evidence right here. Everybody working at this hotel is indeed going to federal prison. All right. It is P.O.C. and that was indeed the criminal act of criminal facilitation. This is distinct from the maintenance of the fake sun. And also, there you go. That's what I like to see. Everybody's going to federal prison. That's impossible light activity. That speaks to the demons that are in their vehicles as well. And this is speaking to the psychopath. Only a psychopath provides evidence to their own demise. Only psychopaths continue engaging in conduct which you are fully surrounded in. Nobody that wants to maintain any appearance of being something other than a psychopath and a stalker and a demon possessed one at that would provide such evidence. And that's because that psychopath is demon possessed and the act of the demonic occurs through the light. That's directly letting you know what's inside of these vehicles. They're all demons. Okay, and that's what fills this venue. A demon is stalking. While you see this fake sun, the demon inside of room 51 going to federal prison, period. They can switch around guests. They can leave and fill another one. Who they are is not a mystery, and they are going to federal prison. They're group stalking with the entities that are in engineer light. While you see it flashing on this wall, this is a demon-possessed population. That's what was sounding sirens as well. So do not forget the evidence that the entity provides against itself, and understand how you are connecting all the dots. No one has forgotten that the demons started sounding sirens. That's called audible activity amongst the engineer light. That's a demon using an emergency vehicle to criminally surveil one while engaging in a sex offense. And people at TOWNEPLACE Suites by Marriott are going to federal prison for it. And the state's going to be prosecuted as well. That's terrorism while a demon-possessed entity engages in this conduct. This is the lawlessness that's practiced by a government. And prosecution is going to be inflicted from the top down, if you will. It is currently, again, 6:39 p.m. This is P.O.C.